Hi guys, welcome to Sourcing Classes. This is Hima Hegde, bringing before you a series discussing current and contemporary affairs in anthropology. Here is a video lecture for the same. The topics chosen for today's session are COVID-19 being called a syndemic and the Kargar Mela by Amazon. So firstly, we have COVID-19 being called a syndemic. On the screen are a few snapshots of the newspaper headlines. Let me read them out for you. Firstly, COVID-19 syndemic. Why anthropologists say calling it a pandemic isn't enough. Say it right. COVID-19 is a syndemic, not a pandemic. COVID-19, what is a syndemic? So likewise, we will first understand what is a syndemic and why is COVID-19 being called a syndemic. Firstly, a syndemic is simply a synergistic epidemic. A synergistic epidemic. That is, what exactly is synergistic? It is an interaction or cooperation between two or more agents or substances. Merrill Singer, an anthropologist, coined the term in the 1990s while researching HIV or AIDS. When introduced, the notion of a syndemic was used to describe the interactions among substance abuse, violence and AIDS, that is HIV, which had become a full-blown death crisis in the United States. While investigating HIV, HIV prevention in drug users, researchers took notice of the constellation of elements that impinged on risk, structural factors such as lack of housing and poverty, and social aspects such as stigma and lack of support systems, all of which were reinforcing the disease burden. The hallmark of a syndemic is the presence of two or more diseases, the two or more disease states that adversely interact with each other negatively, affecting the mutual course of each disease, added by the experienced inequalities or the iniquities. Now basically, a syndemic or a synergistic epidemic is the aggregation of two or more concurrent or sequential epidemics or disease clusters in a population with biological interactions which exacerbate or increase the burden of a disease. For instance, with respect to COVID, we have two categories of disease which are interacting within specific population. That is, infection with severe acute respiratory syndrome which is caused by COVID-19 and an array of existing non-communicable diseases. Syndemic. The syndemic nature of the threat we face demands that we not only treat each affliction but also urgently address the underlying social inequalities that shape them. Black, Indigenous and Latino Americans have been at higher risk of contracting COVID-19 because inequality in education, employment and housing increased their risk of exposure. Those same inequalities have led to higher risk of comorbidities like diabetes and hypertension, which in turn has led to higher risk of severe disease. Approaching COVID-19 as a syndemic will invite a larger vision, one encompassing education, employment, housing, food and environment. Viewing COVID-19 only as a pandemic excludes such a broader but necessary prospectus. Moving on, we have Amazon Kargar Mela. Amazon Kargar Mela is an initiative to empower Indian artisans to sell their handcrafted products across India, while sellers aim to reach out to their customers nationwide and boost their business on Amazon. Amazon India announced the launch of Kargar Mela in partnership with Tribes India, wherein the e-commerce platform will feature a dedicated storefront for traditional, tribal and local Indian handicrafts. As part of the initiative, customers will be able to access and shop from a selection of over 1.2 lakh unique traditional tribal and local Indian handicrafts and handloom selections. Some of the unique art forms that will be available in the products listed for purchase as a part of the Kargar Mela are as follows. They include bidri, dhokra, patachitra, blue art pottery, etc. The tribal artisan and weaver community are at the nucleus of Indian economy. It is also one of the segments that have been most severely hit due to the ongoing pandemic.
फ्रॉम हार्ट टू हेड जो दिल में आया दिमाग ने ऑर्डर किया हाथ चलता रहता है।
जयपुर का ब्लू पोर्ट्रेट 200 साल पुराना आर्ट है। इस ट्रेडिशन को मैं आगे लेके जा रहा हूँ।
हमारा पीतल का काम तो हड़प्पा जैसे हड़प्पा संस्कृति है वहाँ से भी हमारा सामान निकला, तो इससे मतलब ये सिद्ध होता है कि काम बहुत ही प्राचीन काल से हो रहा है।
आज तक जो वो हम अपने कस्टमरों को मतलब जो वो शॉप में और इसमें ये एग्जीबिशनों में माल बेचते थे, आज जो वो ऑनलाइन बिके तो इससे ज़्यादा खुशी क्या होगा।
The launch of Kargar Mela will play an important role in helping the artisans and weavers revive their livelihoods and accelerate their growth during these challenging times. The long-term partnership of the Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India, that is TriFed, and Amazon is helping increase the visibility for local products by bringing the offerings to the forefront. Such initiatives will help in driving deeper sentiment of vocal for local among the Indian consumers and help in boosting the Prime Minister's vision to be an Atmanirbhar Bharat. TriFed and Tribes India are a family of 5 lakh tribal master craftsmen and women who produce a rich volume of handicraft and handloom products in India. India is a vast, veritable treasure trove of indigenous craftworks that celebrates its rich heritage and legacy. Supporting artisans in various ways like launching, scaling and marketing their businesses on Amazon, the initiative today positively impacts over 12 lakh artisans through its network of Kargar sellers, getting its ages of over 28 government emporiums. So that is it for today. Hope you found it informative. Thank you.